In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to start a Scrum project, how the backlog works, as well as starting and completing your first sprint. If you are unsure about the basic structure of a Scrum project, make sure to familiarize yourself with Scrum and Agile processes before watching this video. The process of creating a Scrum project is very similar to creating a Kanban board. I click on New Project. Then I will give the project a name, and the system will generate an ID automatically. I select Scrum Board, type in a description and add my team members. Finally, I can assign roles, choose a project color and add attachments if needed. Open your newly created project to reveal the board, where you will add and manage your tickets and sprints. For this demonstration, I will add all the project tickets directly into the backlog column. Creating of tickets is covered in more detail in the first sign-up video. Now that all the tickets have been created, sprint planning and backlog grooming will take place, where tickets are assigned to developers, and story points are allocated. Story points are these numbers on the right, and represent the perceived difficulty or complexity of this ticket, from lowest to highest. Alternatively, this story point system can represent any scale your team prefers. The numbers you see next to the column heading represents the total number of story points within this column. This is calculated by adding together the story points of every ticket in the column. Now we are ready to create our first sprints. Click on Add Sprint. Here you will enter the sprint name, description, duration of the sprint, and the sprint velocity. Sprint velocity refers to the maximum number of story points that your team can complete consistently in a single sprint. This value can change over time. The description serves as the primary focus point of this sprint. I'm going to create 2 more sprints. Notice how all the sprints we've just created are shown in red. This means that none of them have been started yet. We're going to start by populating our sprints with tickets from the backlog. Notice how the total number of story points in that sprint increases as you add tickets. If the total points goes over the amount I set in the sprint velocity, the system will notify me. When you are done adding tickets to sprints, you can start the desired sprint by clicking the column menu and selecting Start. The first thing you will notice is that the column is now in yellow, indicating that this is the active sprint in this project. When you open this project, either when logging in or when switching between projects, you will be taken directly to the active sprint. In the active sprint, the columns for In Progress and Done are created automatically. For my project, I want a column for testing the tickets that have been worked on. Once all the columns are ready, I will start my timer and drag my first ticket to In Progress. When the ticket is complete, I will drag it to testing, where I can test the development work against the requirements of the ticket and decide if it passes to Done or if this ticket needs some more work. When all of the tickets have been completed, we can finish the sprint and start the next one. To do this, click on the column menu of the active sprint and select Finish. Here, you have the option to finish the sprint and then immediately start the next one. Alternatively, you can click Finish, which will end the active sprint, and take no further action. I'm going to select Finish and Start. Your previous sprint has been completed and the new sprint is now active. To view the status of all your sprints, go to the project board by clicking on Board, which is under Board menu, or at the top on Larger Displays. Your active sprint is shown in yellow, and pending sprints are shown in red. To see completed sprints, click on Show Finished Sprint in the Board menu, or at the top. You will see all the completed sprints appear in green. Congratulations on creating and completing your first sprint. There are many ways to go about this process, but this video covers just the basic outline to get you started.